Hello everyone and welcome! Two things you need to know about FreeCAD. It has a notoriously famous learning curve, but it's totally worth to learn it. And the second one is that you can reduce some friction between you and learning FreeCAD. And today we will do just that. So if you are a total beginner and it's your first time learning about FreeCAD, then what you need to do is go to freecad.org. Be careful, freecad.org, not .com. And you will be greeted with this page. If when you're watching this video, FreeCAD 1.0 is already released, you can click download now. Otherwise, don't waste your time on the old version and start with new. So to do that, let's go to the community, GitHub, scroll down, and select the weekly build. Why the weekly build and not release candidate? Because many bugs that were identified in release candidate 2 are fixed in the weekly build. Scroll down a bit and choose your system. I'm on Windows, so I will download Windows 7-zip. I have done that already and conveniently placed it on the desktop, and to open it you will need 7-zip. There you will find one more folder, click in, until you see multiple folders. Then create a folder called FreeCAD in your preferred location. I have mine on the data disk. And just drag and drop those folders. To upgrade the version, you just delete the contents of this folder and drag and drop the new version. That's it. Your settings will be saved. Now we can close 7-zip and navigate to bin and find the freecad.exe. Here it is. You just right-click and select pin to start. And FreeCAD will be pinned there. I already have FreeCAD installed with a different version, so it appended the name of the shortcut with a number 2. Let's run it. And this is a default screen you will be presented. You have 3 main choices to do on this page alone. So first, select your units. If you're in metric country, leave it alone. If you need different unit system, just select it. Then this next one is a navigation style. You can see it on the bottom as well, and I believe that the bottom one is more comfortable because you can hover over and it will show you the navigation style. I prefer to use gesture, and here are the shortcuts. And the last thing is to choose your theme. FreeCAD 1.0 has added new light and dark themes, but I prefer the classic. I'm probably just used to it, and I find better visibility in sketch mode in classic one. Let's select the gesture as well and click done. From here you will be able to create new parts. Let's click the new parametric part. Then we will create new sketch and select a plane. For this demonstration, let's just select the rectangular tool and draw a rectangle. Now we can modify our interface to reduce the friction. First of all, you can hover over tasks, select it, and just drag it over to the other side. What it allows you to do is to see your model tree at the same time as tasks. So if you need to, for example, hide the body or show the body, you can do that without leaving the sketch. And additionally, you will see the properties window as well. Why that's important? Let me show you. Hit close and let's create the variable set, the new feature of FreeCAD 1.0. And let's name it test1 and click OK. Now let's get to the sketch and select the var set. And you will see that all your variables that you create will be visible. So when you're dimensioning your part, you can see the values and the names for your variables. Quite convenient. If you see those blue check marks around the names, just hit F5 and it will refresh the view. Now to the preferences. Go to Edit and Preferences. First, what I have to do for my videos is to change the size of toolbars to large. Hit Apply. Then if your tree becomes too big, you can select Tree and Property View to be independent. Click Apply. it will ask you to restart the FreeCAD. Let's do that. Discard the part and create new parametric part again. Now you will see that the tasks are still on the right hand side, but now you can drag properties and overlay them on top tasks, and you will have a bigger area for your model tree. I like both of my screens together, so I will change it back to combined. Let's get back to our sketch and configure more settings. Click Edit, Preferences. The next thing you want to change is in the General and Report view. Uncheck the Show Report view on error. You will still see all the errors under this icon right here, but it won't pop up additional console view, so it does not take up your modeling space. Click Apply. Then let's go to Display. And if you have decent enough computer, you could enable the anti-aliasing setting. Choose whichever suits your hardware. I will choose the MSAA8X. Click OK and Apply. Now let's make it smaller a bit, and you will see the marker size setting. Pay attention to these nodes on the sketch, and let's increase it to 11. Click Apply, and you'll notice that those nodes increased. I like to set mine to 13. They're nice and big and easy to select. Click Apply. Then you can play with light sources. I like the default settings, so I will not change anything here. Then you can go to colors and change your background if you are so inclined. I like the default one, so I'll leave it at that. The next one are workbenches, and you can see the selector on the top. So let's select workbenches, and it will show all the workbenches that are currently installed, and you can install additional workbenches through Add-on Manager. However, to reduce friction, you can just disable workbenches that you won't use. I would leave Assembly, Part Design, Part and Sketcher, and everything else can be disabled. I would argue that even Part can be disabled as well, because in my case, I use it rarely, and if you are learning FreeCAD in Part Design, it's a classic CAD modeling technique, and your knowledge will be transferable to any other CAD package. So my advice would be to start with Part Design and enable Part when you really need it. The last but not least is the Workbench selector type. In FreeCAD 1.0, you have built-in tab bar. Select it, click Apply, OK, and let's restart our FreeCAD. And we're back where we were before, and now we have the Assembly, Part Design, and Sketcher in nice tabs, and your interface is uncluttered a bit. Let's go back to Edit and Preferences, make it smaller a bit, and then let's go to Part Design section. Make sure that you have all those three checkboxes selected, as it's quite nice that after each feature, FreeCAD will automatically refine the model so you won't have any unnecessary edges. You can also enable multiple solids in Part Design body. However, if you're only starting, I would advise not to do that. Now let's go to the Shape Appearance, and we can enable the Random Shape Appearance. Let's click Apply, OK, and now when we create our first feature, let's click Pad and OK. You will see that it's in gray because we already had a body before we changed the setting. However, if we create a body again after we change the setting, create a sketch, rectangle, close, pad, you will see that it will create a body with a random color. If you don't like the color or you don't want to enable this setting, you can always right-click and select random color from here, and it will change the color of your part. I always change colors of my models because it improves visibility. So we're almost finished. Let's select Preferences once again, uncheck Random if you don't like it, and let's go to the Sketcher. And I would advise you to select the Auto Remove Redundant Constraints. Now you might ask, what are the redundant constraints? Let me show you. Let's go back to the sketch, and let's try and make these two lines perpendicular. They already are perpendicular by definition because this one is horizontal and this one is vertical. But let's try to do that. So let's select first line, second line, and make them perpendicular. You will see that it will turn orange and it will say that there are redundant constraints. If we click it, it will highlight the redundant constraint, and you can just hit delete to delete the redundant constraint. However, if you select Sketcher Auto Remove Redundant Constraints, hit Apply OK, let's edit sketch, and let's select same two lines and hit Perpendicular, the constraint will not be applied as it is redundant, and you won't get the error message. You can change the setting even faster from this icon here, drop down, and Auto Remove Redundant Constraints. Let's select our dimensioning tool and dimension this line. Click OK. The text is quite small. Edit Preferences, Sketcher, Display. And let's increase font size to 30. Hit Apply, and you will see that it increased the font size for our dimensions. But additionally, look at this vertical constraint here. Let me make it smaller again, 17, Apply. So the font size also changes the size of the constraint symbols, and I find that quite useful. So let's get back to 30, click Apply. You can see that we're editing sketch and we don't see our body at all. It's because of this Hide All Objects setting. Let's unselect it, apply to existing sketches, click Apply on OK, close the sketch, and let's open it again. And now the object will be displayed. However, it will interfere with your sketch lines. To alleviate that, you have additional setting. Edit, Preferences, Display, Open Sketch in Section View. Apply to existing sketches. And now let's try opening the sketch again, and you will see that now your lines are visible. So if you want to make those lines thicker, you can do that as well. Let's go to Edit, Preferences, Sketch, and Appearance. Here you will find the line width. So let's increase it by 2. Hit Apply, OK, close the sketch to refresh the view. And now those lines are nice and thick. So these are my favorite settings to change in a new FreeCAD installation to reduce the friction. Do you have any settings that you like to change? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.